Okay, well, good morning, everybody, for Wednesday, the 14th of December. Low pressure sits to the south of us and will continue to track up through the latter part of this week and into the following working week. At the moment, though, we still remain in the Arctic blast. No snow, unfortunately. A few days ago, there had been some hope that there might be some snow between Tuesday and Wednesday, but unfortunately, that mostly stayed in the channel. But as you can see, there's isobars tightening just a little bit. So we're just seeing a slight increase in the wind, not good for wind chill, but bringing that wind down from generally the north to northeast. Winds at heights, well, a little bit variable, but generally from the northeast, probably in our area, 020, 030 at about sort of 15 knots or so. Maybe a little bit more at times in the channel, looking more like sort of that easterly present. Satellite picture of the UK shows a reasonably bright but hazy start. A lot of ice on the ground, which is very pretty, and it remaining that way for most of the day, with the outside chance of some low cloud at some point as we get some sort of increases in humidity. Okay, on to the public forecast. And what's most noticeable is currently the feel light temperature is -10. Lovely. Yes, it's going to feel very cold indeed. And looking at this, it's going to be fairly variable throughout the day. I think we are going to see some brief periods of lower cloud, but with sunny intervals, hazy sunny intervals for most of the day, with a top temperature for -1. Moderate to good visibility during the day, similar to yesterday really, but it just depends where that inversion is. And yesterday the inversion was sat around 1,500 feet or so, but we were able to have a really nice day out of it. But yeah, that northeasterly wind ever present. Not in a bad direction actually. I'm not too sure how it's looking down there. That is close to what we would want for the South Downs, just probably a little bit on the light side, but I'm sure we'll see our friends from Parham at least trying to make a go of it. And whether anybody dares to go down on this Arctic cold day you don't want to land out on a day like today. So yeah, -1, and it never really feels above -6, but you said that yesterday, it wasn't actually as bad as it seems. Yeah, generally agrees on the GFS model, and dew points, yeah, sat at around -3. Currently at Lasham, we have a temperature of -4.5 and a dew point -6.5. And as you can see, those temperatures starting to just nudge upwards a little bit, but it's going to be tricky. Picture outside is that nice and bright, sunny starts. Whoever opened the hangar may have made a big mistake, and I'll come on to that shortly, because we've generally been leaving the hangar closed on winter's days like this for at least the first hour. Odium currently reporting -4, broken clouds at 25,000 feet, and yeah, a bit of haze about at the moment, but bright currently. And you can see throughout there is that risk of some lower cloud, but hopefully that remaining an outside chance. And Farnborough reporting KVK, in fact, 15 minutes ago, -3 and 2 knots from the west, apparently. I think it's the easterly wind is definitely present. Just needs to get going. Not much to show you on here, other than it can get very cold. Yeah, 5,000 feet, -6. That's if you're lucky. And yeah, that northeasterly wind. No chance of soaring this time of the year. Okay. Not too much in the way of NOTAMs. Yeah, just usual solitary plane stuff, and 18 being that there may be some paragliders just to the north of the sort of Reval Hill Ridge Yeah. Okay, operationally today we are runway 09 with that east of the wind, always makes it easiest. We're going to have cables on the north side. My very wonky cable. Cables on the north side. We'll have aerotow on the south side. We can take off and land on the grass, not a problem. The ground is rock solid when we get ice like this. So yeah, 09 in use. That's the easy part though. Ice, yes, ice. Now, the reason I say do not open the hangars too early at the moment, you've got to think about these things, is if you let the cold air into the hangar, it might freeze up all the gliders. It probably won't be as bad as leaving them outside, but I would just be a little bit more leisurely at doing it. Yes, you can see the sun and it looks all really nice and pretty, but we've been here before so many times. You get the gliders out, they ice up, and you wait 2 to 3 hours to actually get a window to go fly because the gliders will not warm up. And no, we don't have any approved liquid to use on the gliders. So it is purely a matter of heating. So just be very careful because some of the gliders, once they come out, they ice up. They do not de-ice for the rest of the day. That glider's unserviceable. So just think very carefully because you could shoot yourself in the foot on a day like today. There will probably be still ice around the site, and the runway might be a bit slippy first thing, so just watch underfoot. Movement-wise, nothing big. We've got a couple of Navajos, we've got one at 10 o'clock and one at 11 o'clock. So one arrival, one departure. Good, so 09 in use. Be careful with the ice. We'll see you on the airfield shortly. Bye for now.